Hi friends and neighbors, this is Miss Elyse here, and we are starting a weekly story time. So on Wednesday mornings around 9:45, we are going to be reading a story together. So today I have the book picked out called Maybe God is Like That Too. You can find this book on Amazon, you can find it at Barnes & Noble, so you can order it online, and I'd love for you to join me this morning. I live in the city where the sidewalks and subway cars and the buildings and buses are packed with people. But I've never seen God before. Grandma, does God live in the city? I ask one morning at breakfast. Yes, God is here, she says. You just need to know where to look. Do you see God? Whenever you see love, joy, and peace, God is there, she says, stirring her tea. Wherever there's patience, kindness, and goodness, God is there too. When you see faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, that's God's Spirit at work. I wonder how we can practice patience. On the way to school, I'm on the lookout. I see a bus full of tourists and count 10 bright yellow taxis. These clues tell me that we're definitely in a city when there are a lot of taxis and a lot of people. Maybe it could be Atlanta. I spy a man sweeping a stoop, and Grandma and I laugh when we see a tiny dog wearing a fluffy purple sweater. How many of you have dogs at home? I have 2 dogs, including a new puppy. At school, Grandma hands me my lunch and hugs me close before she says goodbye. That's what love looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. I love that image, that God is like hugs. On the swings, I pump so hard I see over the wall and into the alley. My friends shout, higher, higher, as my feet fly way up into the sky. That's what joy looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. Where can you find joy today? Maybe outside, or maybe playing a game inside? Outside, car horns blast and sirens scream, but my classroom is quiet and calm. That's what peace looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. I think God is definitely in the calm, and I wonder where we can find moments of being calm today. Maybe during quiet time, or maybe just taking a rest. I try to tie my shoes, but the laces tangle around my fingers. My teacher sits down beside me and shows me how to tie them. That's what patience looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. I think that teachers are doing such a good job that maybe something you can do today is write a card for your teacher that you can take to them when all of this is over and you can see your teacher again. Or maybe you can mail it to them at the school. On the way home, I see a doorman wearing a red cape and a hat with a shiny brim. He's holding the door for a man using a wheelchair. The man moves very slowly and the doorman chats with him and smiles. That's what kindness looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. Wonder how we can be kind today. While I'm setting the table for dinner, there's a knock at the door. It's our neighbor from downstairs, bringing us a loaf of bread. It's golden brown and warm and wrapped in a thin white towel. That smells are so good, I'm sure, and it's in my mind, and it's making me hungry for bread. That's what goodness looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. I think about the bread and the juice that we'll get to share all together when we come back at church. And I wonder if we could bake something this week. After dinner, I work on my homework with Grandma as she stands at the kitchen sink washing dishes and humming to herself, just like she does every single night. That's what faithfulness looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. Sometimes it's really tricky to be faithful when we're uncertain of things to come. At bedtime, Grandma sits at the edge of my bed, singing me a lullaby and stroking my head. She tucks my blankets up close around me. That's what gentleness looks like to me.
Hey, what's he eating?
Maybe God is like that too. Oh, hello, little puppy. I lie in bed watching the curtains flutter. I want to talk about that dog we saw today, or my little puppy down here who is enjoying my slipper, or how high I can swing, but Grandma says that once I'm tucked in, I have to stay in bed until morning. How many of you have that rule too? I close my eyes and try to fall asleep. Sometimes it's really hard, or sometimes it happens so fast. I'm just so tired I fall right asleep. I think that's what self-control looks like to me. Maybe God is like that too. I saw God over and over again today whenever I saw love and joy and peace, and wherever there was patience, kindness, and goodness. When I saw faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, I saw God's Spirit at work. I don't see God the way I see my friends, or the streetlights, or the river, but I see signs of God's Spirit all around me, right here in the city. I know what God is like. Maybe I can be like that too. So where do you see God in the city of Atlanta, in your family, around you in nature? And I'm going to read our scripture text for today. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Paul's letter to the Galatians, chapter 5, verses 22 to 23. So there's our story time for today. Again, this book is called Maybe God is Like That Too. I definitely recommend. I love being able to see where other people find God. So if you want to comment below, once you've seen my story time, where you see God today or see God at work, that would be awesome if we could share that together. Bye, friends.